So I'm going to go over here to the reports. This is like the core of Edgeful. So I'm going to go to NQ, and then I'm going to go to I'm on the gap fill report right now. So the first thing in terms of like my daily routine is the first thing I do is I check the gap size. Edgeful will actually tell you what the gap size is right here in like this live data section. But what you can see right here is that the gap size today is, one second, right over here to right over here. So 0.64%, right? 0.64%. So now if we go to the by size subreport, I'm going to explain this all in a second, but this is very important. If we go to the gaps of these sizes, it's actually a coin toss on whether it's going to fill. So what does that mean? What is a gap fill? We're going to go to the previous day's closing price. That's this red line right here. The gap fill report, which is the one that started this company, pretty much says how often does price come back to touch this red line.
And we're
Right?
talking about the New York session gap fill, right? 4 p.m.
Correct.
Eastern to 9:30
Correct.
a.m. in the morning.
That's exactly right. So the reason that this gives you a target and a bias every day is because if price opens within a certain range of this area, there's a very high likelihood that it's going to come back and touch. If it opens further away, the likelihood starts to obviously diminish, right? So this right here, this previous session's close, this previous New York close, is this key level that forms every single day that I was just talking about a second ago. So now, what we see is that when you look at this is a very big gap. So this means that you don't want to have a bearish bias right at the morning, right off the bat. You do not want to expect this to happen today because of the size of the gap. So number one, if everyone is looking for this, like, oh, we had a big overnight gap, we're going to sell off immediately. This is how you take a step back and you say, I don't want to take a coin toss trade, right? Nobody wants to take a coin toss trade. Now, another report that you could have used is the outside days report by size. So this is very similar, right? I'm going to go over here.
That's cool.
This is
What's this report show us?
Yeah, so I'm going to show you right now. So it's very, very, very similar to the gap fill, but instead of checking if it retraces to the previous day's close, we're saying how often is it retraced to the previous day's high.
Okay.
So very similar, right? Same thing, opened above, previous day's high, how often does it retrace to the previous day's high? Very simple. Open below previous day's low, how often does it retrace to the previous day's low?
Okay.
Both of these are reversal strategies, reversal setups. So what we see again for this type of size, in terms of like the size of this move overnight, 50% of the time it's going to reverse. So now, immediately at 9:30 a.m., I know that my bias is not to target this area and then also this area, right? So these two areas I'm avoiding today,
Okay.
right? That's step one. This happens every single day. This is one of the ways where you can say, I'm not going to be the one who's looking to take these shorts right at the open, right?
Right.
I'm sure a lot of people didn't do well this morning looking for this continuation down. And the Edgeful reports, the gap fill and the outside days would help you stay out of those bad trades.